What is up, Pokemon fans? Professor Prometheus Pine here, and in this episode, I am going to share with you my top 10 favorite Pokemon. Keep in mind that these are my personal favorites and are in no way the best Pokemon that have ever been discovered. Well, with that said, let's get into the list. The first 5 Pokemon on the list are my honorable mentions. All of these Pokemon have either been used by me competitively or I just like their design. Sometimes both. Who knows? In this case, Rhydon, Hitmonchan, and Xatu are all Pokemon with fun and interesting designs that I just like. Urshifu and Dragapult are on this list because of their competitive viability and overall diversity in battle. Dragapult is especially fun because you never know quite how they're being run or what builds they have. Now that the honorable mentions are out of the way, time to get into the real top 10. Starting out the list at number 10 is the Ice and Flying type Pokemon Articuno. I have always loved the design and overall grace portrayed in this Pokemon. Plus, having gimmicks like Sheer Cold and Mind Reader is always an added bonus. Making its way into the 9th place position is the Steel and Psychic type Bronzong. My love for Bronzong started when I watched an episode of Ash's adventures throughout the Sinnoh region. Watching the Elite Four member Lucian use his Bronzong made me want to train one of my very own. Number 8 on the list is the Generation 5 cat, Lightbird. Lightbird has 3 things going for it. It has a cool design, has a nice shiny, and it can actually be competitively viable. Having access to Prankster and Encore make it a useful Pokemon for stalling out your opponent and also locking them into a move, hopefully being something like Protect. This was a strategy that I used back when Mega Evolution was around, and it's one that won me a lot of matches. The 7th Pokemon on this list is easily the most controversial. Meganium is one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. I realize that it's easily the worst grass-type starter, and quite honestly, probably one of the worst starters. But for some reason, that just has made me love it even more. I think that deep down, I really just want to build a Meganium set that is good and takes everyone by surprise, and finally gets everyone else to realize the true strength of Meganium. Now, for these next few Pokemon on the list, you're going to see where my favoritism towards some of the earlier generations is going to show. Onix is the 6th Pokemon on this list. Every person to have trained an Onix in the anime has been cool. That's just fact. It usually wrecks someone, something, and it's overall always a really fun battle to watch. Plus, Brock. Enough said. The first Pokemon to make the top 5 is Vivian. I am a big fan of the regional forms that Vivian can have, and I'm always on the hunt to add another one to my collection. Plus, Compound Eyes, Hurricane, Quiver Dance, and Sleep Powder is always just a fun set to pull on people. Gyarados makes it into the 4th place position on this list. It's no lie that training a Magikarp is not the most fun, and before XP All or the new XP system was introduced, it sucked. But once it evolves into a Gyarados, you realize that it is totally worth it. I've raised several over the course of the years, and it's always a welcome addition to any of my teams. Receiving the bronze medal on this list is none other than Alakazam. A glass cannon for sure, but it's always been one of my favorites. Growing up, I didn't have a link cable to trade my Kadabra. Yeah, I'm that old. So Alakazam was always out of reach. Once the DS came out and I was able to get an Alakazam of my own, it really held up its own, acting as a solid sweeper against many opponents. And the silver medal on this list is the mythical Pokemon, Mew. Watching the first Pokemon movie and seeing Mew just, all of Mewtwo's attacks will always be some of my favorite movie moments. And finally, the Pokemon to receive the gold medal as my favorite Pokemon is Dragonite. Sorry kids, but Prometheus Pine is kinda basic. I started playing Pokemon in Generation 2, and Lance with his Dragonites were always a challenge. I vowed then that I would train 6 Dragonites and mop the floor with his puny dragons. Ever since then, I've always considered the Dratini line to be my partner Pokemon or my starter line. Dragonite may not be the most competitively viable, but it's still fun to use in-game. Well, trainers, that was a list of my top 10 favorite Pokemon. If you like the video, click that like button, and of course, subscribe for more Pokemon content. Also, let me know in the comments section what your favorite Pokemon is. I'll see you all next time. Prometheus Pine, out.